All right, welcome. Okay, this is your systems course in the MSA. For some of you, this might be your first class, or one of them. And so, welcome. Even if it's not, but hey, welcome to ECU. I know for most of y'all, from what I understand, you're non-accounting majors. So this is an introduction to accounting. I will tell you, this class will be a little bit different in we're not working problems. So it's not accounting, it's not financial. It is, how do I want to say it? It's kind of a open-ended, big picture. The idea is, I always say this about accounting. One of the things you need to know is a little bit about everything. Okay. All right. And so I'll continue to work through those topics with you. I think there's about 9 of the MSAs in this class. So we'll set up a little way that if y'all have questions, a little discussion board that you can put in where y'all can talk among yourselves. I don't have that yet, but we'll do that next week as we get started. So what I want to do is just introduce you to the course, right? And if this is your first semester at ECU, you can kind of go through the process, ask me some questions. So first, everything we're going to do is inside of this Canvas page, all right? And so here's how I've structured it. So you see the course material, the syllabus, we'll go over that in just a second. But what I want to show you is we're going to have 4 exams. I group them, exam 1 material, 2 material. So exam 1 is going to be chapters 1, 2, and 3. Exam 2 material will be 4, 5, 6, and 7. Exam 3 material, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And then exam 4 material, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. All right. And so I want you to see there that each section is going to look alike, right? There's really only going to be 5 or 6 items per chapter. So this is typical. Now, this is a new book. I didn't use it last semester, so I'm making the videos and going through the stuff every week. All right. So what you don't see is you're not going to be able to get too far ahead. I'll try to put some things in, but when you watch my video, you'll also see that my personal biography, you'll see I'm expecting another set of twin grandkids here any day now. Okay. So got to put a little cramp in my videos going too fast. Okay. All right. But this is what it looks like. So you're going to have a set of PowerPoints, okay? Typical 30 or 40 PowerPoints that you can kind of flip through, okay? But what you have here is this video discussion is me discussing the PowerPoints, right? I'm calling it chapter 1 because it's really a discussion of the chapter, okay? And actually what I've done is this semester, kind of different, I've done it in YouTube. So it's closed caption, all right? So I'll show you what this looks like. Hey, that's all right, me, welcome. And this, all right, but look, first, here's the closed caption. So it's kind of like you've got your AIS experience, right? So you kind of have a transcript of what that looks like. Now, I will tell you, like all of them won't be this long, but they'll typically be about 43 minutes. To give you an idea, my class is an hour and 15. And I'd spend at least an hour and 15 on this topic. So, because one of the things you and I don't get to do is go back and forth. Okay. But there's the PowerPoints. And so what you're also going to see is, go back to home. In each section, what I don't have is there'll be another video. So there'll be 2 per section. I haven't done the second one yet. And it'll be on problems and exercises from the back of the book. So I'll take you to the book in a minute, and it'll be there from the back, and I'm just going to answer them myself. Discussion questions. In the past, I'd let y'all go through them, but this semester, I'm going to work them myself and just kind of talk through to help you study, right, to help you learn the material. So I want to do more than just a PowerPoint and you read the chapter, okay? I want to talk through some of the discussion, let you see real-world examples, how we would apply it. Because this course for you guys is going to be important to get a big picture of what accounting is, what an information system is. We as accountants, we got to know a little bit about everything. So this isn't a software class. It's not a technology. Even though we're going to talk about software, we're going to talk about technology and stuff. Okay. All right. So that's that layout. Now you'll have 3 assignments. You got to read the chapter, and we're going to go through the syllabus, so you'll see all this again. But I just wanted to show you where it's laid out. And you'll see over here on your right, see all the due dates, 18th, 25th, 25th. This course is set up to run from Monday through Sunday. So almost everything you do will be due on a Sunday by 11:59. Now, you can do anything early, okay? Don't wait till Sunday. You can do it early whenever you want, but you do want my video up, all right? So you're going to read a chapter and then answer 10 questions. So you get 1 point for reading and 10 for the multiple choice question. Then you're going to do this dynamic study module, and you get 5 points just for doing it. And what that's really going to do is going to give you a set of, I think, about 30 questions, and it'll be about 8 different topics per chapter. And so you'll be asked a question, and you answer it, and you just say, hey, do I think that's the right answer? I'm 100% sure. I'm not sure. And then if you get it correct, you move on to another topic. If you don't, it'll give you some more questions in that area, okay? It's a great study tool, and so that should help you. And then end of chapter assignments, problems. So sometimes it might be things that you might have to do in an Excel or something like that. The nice part is when you get through, it's multiple choice questions. So you'd say, yeah, in row, if I did an Excel project in row 4, item 3, what was there? And you'd say, well, $250 or something like that, whatever that is. So you're going to do those for every chapter. So each chapter is going to look alike. Now, obviously, chapter 2 material doesn't have the video or the problems yet. So, I'll put those up every week early, before the week starts for sure. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and, let me show you where these are. Okay. So here is your course let me go to, that's your view. Okay. So if you went to your course home, you got this calendar. I don't know what, this is when I set up the things, January 2nd and the 10th, the 5th. But here's what's happening, right? So there's the 18th. There are your items that are due. Okay. You've also got the textbook, right? You see it right here, the Pearson text. So I've already loaded it. What does the textbook look like? There it is. Hey, one thing to always know, because you got to read it. At the end of the chapter, remember I told you, this chapter quiz is kind of cool. And so this would be good practice for you. And it also gives you the answers. There's the quiz. And then you'll see somewhere back here, those quiz answers. Okay. And that's just for you. That's just to help study. All right. Now, what I'm going to do, like for this first one, I've already started. I just hadn't done the video. I'm going to answer these questions, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. I'm going to answer about 5 or 6 of those, a couple of the problems. And you're going to work a couple of the problems. That's what you're doing in yours. But I'm also work a few of them, okay? And I'm going to discuss it. And you'll see back where you saw in that YouTube, you'll have closed caption. So you'll be able to, have a kind of a transcript of what my answers are. And that's to help you in the real world, okay? All right, so let's go back to Canvas. Notice in Canvas, here's a handout to tell you how to get to My Lab. So you got to buy the book. You can't just buy the book without My Lab. You got to have the My Lab piece in it. And so there's some information how to do it. There's where you got to access it through Canvas. See the Access Pearson. This is where you would register right there. Because then when you take all and do all your work, it comes straight back to Canvas. All right. Here's a video of me telling you about myself, personal biography. No, there's me, personal biography. This is you. All right. So watch that. So you'll just know a little bit about who I am. Well, I say a little bit. It's 13 minutes, man. I don't do anything in a little bit. Probably more information you want to know, but that's part of life. And then I'm going to have you do the same thing by Friday at midnight. You're going to write up a Word document. And then so you don't do a video. I won't share it with anybody else. And there's your assignment. All right, here's the syllabus. Okay, so listen, y'all are working, you're doing other items, and you're going to tell me all that in your personal biography. Remember, I'm not sharing it with anybody, but what was your other degree in? Okay, why did you decide to do accounting? Where are you working? And so my office hours, I'm typically available to. I have an in-person class, okay, from 3:30 to 5. So I'm in my office from 2 to 3:30 and then 5 to 6. However, man, just email me. That's the easiest for me and for you. I can promise you I'll respond to your email within 24 hours at the max. But it's emails on my phone. I see the email and it's on my watch. So I see my emails quicker than I even see text and stuff. So if you have something, send me an email. I'll respond pretty quick. If we need to set up a meeting on WebEx, we can do that. All right, here's information about the book. Tutoring. I'm the best tutor, right? You don't need another one. Just use me. Course objectives. At the end of the semester for y'all that are new, you complete what's called a SOIS, Student Opinion of Instruction Survey. Here are the 10 questions that you answer. I go ahead and put them in here because, hey, listen, during the semester, if you're not getting what you think in these 10, or if you are, let me know, okay? And so I'll do all I can to kind of reach out to you guys and help you. I know MSA, new, and the whole bit. The nice thing is you only have A, B, and C, all right? No pluses and minuses and all that. We're going to have 4 exams. The final is not going to be comprehensive, all right? I'm going to send you some information, but you'll see here what we call the lockdown browser. You're going to take the exam. They'll be online, and they'll be open for 2 to 3 days and over the weekend. But you're going to use a camera. What we're using now is a side view camera. So it'd be a webcam that you'll move off to the side, and I've got to see you and the screen. That's just it's the integrity of the exam and the whole bit. I'll send you more information on that. And if you don't have a webcam, you'll buy one. It's $25-$30. And you can use it. You'll use it all the rest of your time at ECU because every accounting class now is requiring that. All right. So you only need one webcam, and most of us already have one. All right. So what are the assignments? I already walked through it. Remember, Monday through Sunday night. Okay. You'll read the textbook. Yeah. You got to read the material. You can't just watch my video. You got to read the material. We're here to what? Learn. All right. Not to get a grade. The grades are important, but that's not why you're here. You're here to learn, okay? Many of you want to take the CPA exam, and so you got to learn this material, especially if you're new to accounting. You'll read some articles. I'll post some articles and some current events and things like that, just for your own benefit to read, not to be tested on. All right, that dynamic study module, each model is worth 5 points. Sometimes you're going to look at that. We'll talk about cost benefit a lot, and you'll go, that's just 5 points out of 1,000. But remember, man, there's 18 of them. So that's 9% of your grade, but every point counts. And again, you're there to what? To learn, okay? The discussion, question, and problem. And then we're going to have 4 Excel projects. And I got a pretty good idea what 2 of them are. I change them up every semester. I'll give you 7 to 10 days. Now, those will be in Excel, and you'll upload your Excel file for me. Might be something a little bit different than Excel, but we're not going to work in Power BI or Tableau or Microsoft Access or an ERP system, but we're going to talk about them. So we'll dig into them, what they are, how they operate. But kind of the way this course is structured, I don't want us to spend online 2 weeks trying to figure out Microsoft Access and then you guys not ever use it. But I want you to understand what it does, so I'll provide some examples. And it'll be something you can pick up. Okay. We are going to talk about AI. We're going to talk about things like Chat GPT. They're valuable tools, especially for us in a system, AI and what that means, but they're not so valuable that you can take the questions and put them in chat and let them answer them for you. Right? That defeats the whole purpose. It's not enough points worth that. You're here to learn. Okay. So I do change some numbers and things up like that. So if I see some of the answers and it looks like that's where you're getting them, that's a 0 and an F. And you don't need that help, right? You want to learn it and kind of research. All right? Nothing wrong with asking questions, but don't let it answer your questions for you. Okay. I take this quote from Keith LeClaire, a baseball coach who passed away from MLS. But here's what he says. He said, if you're going to put your name on it, it should be your best work, right? Now, don't cut corners. Life's too short for that. Take advantage of why you're here and what you're doing. All right. Now, here's the same schedule that I just showed you in my lab. All right. So, but here it's on paper. So, you can take these and put them right in your phone calendar so you'll know what's due. But as you can tell, everything's really due on a Sunday night except the personal biography. Now, the projects might not be due on Sunday night. I hadn't set those up yet. Okay. But I'll let you know. In the final exams, May the 3rd. Notice your exam. See, 3 or 4 days. 3 or 4 days. So you'll have plenty of time to schedule that. All right, y'all ready to get started? Because it is here. All right, looking forward to the semester.